The Ukrainian president implemented new presidential powers since he took office a year ago, but rights groups have downgraded Ukraine's ranking among free nations. Let's find out more.
A year has passed since Viktor Yanukovych took the oath of president of Ukraine. During this time, the country has seen many changes in the economy and the rights of the people. Shortly after Yanukovych assumed power, a pro-centralization majority was formed in the parliament, ensuring rapid adoption of laws in favour of the president. Yanukovych says these changes have been positive.
It was necessary to restore order in the government structure. We have done it quite quickly. Today, the president, the government and the parliament and local authorities operate as a single chain.
But rights groups say, as a result of the presidential power grab, individual rights have been compromised.
Under such a system, of course, it is easier to govern. But on the other hand, this method of control is incompatible with democratic values, because the feedback is lost, and simultaneously human rights are restricted. A person does not feel free.
Speaking live on Friday, the president noted some developments in the economy.
We were able to halt the decline in economic performance. We have economic growth greater than 4%, production growth more than 11%.
However, according to sociologists, the president and his party's ratings have dropped by more than double. Despite economic growth, according to official figures, many Ukrainians do not feel the promise of a better life.
Is there any improvement? Of course not. Conversely, life is worse. Utility prices are rising, food prices are rising, everything is rising. A raise in wages is impossible.
The salary for this year has not risen, not one penny. As a pensioner, I have 1,300 hryvnias. I am an honored teacher in Ukraine, but not a single penny for a raise, nor for my colleagues. We just feel that prices are higher.
Many of the proposed reforms by the president have met strong criticism from Ukrainians. The first one, tax reform, sparked resentment among the 4 million private entrepreneurs in Ukraine. Hundreds of thousands of disgruntled citizens around the country organised demonstrations against the newly proposed tax codes. The total number of protests over the past year has increased by 1/3. The research institute Freedom House has downgraded Ukraine from free to partly free since President Yanukovych took control. According to Reporters Without Borders, Ukraine's freedom of speech ranking dropped by 42 positions, getting the 131st seat after Iraq. European diplomats have already sounded criticism towards Kiev, and the EU has already suspended financial assistance to Ukraine.
In Europe, these increased problems with democracy are noted. They look at Ukraine with a question mark.
President Yanukovych has made his goals clear, and critics are also clear of his direction. NTD News, Kiev, Ukraine.